Oh, what is going on, everybody? My name's Jacob Forster. Welcome back to Blueprints, day 61. I'm just now realizing, on the last episode, did we only do one day? It was a long, it was one or two, but we had a lot to do in those 1 or 2 days. But today, we finally, if you haven't seen the other episodes, by the way, make sure you go back and watch those. There's a whole playlist for blueprints here on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. All that good stuff. But 4 keys, 2 gems, 49 money is pretty darn good. The armory. I want to get the armory. I want to draft you. But yeah, we got our little doohickey, our little contraption that we made. I'm excited to check that out. Hopefully I can very early on draft the coat check so that we can start getting the workshop and more items. So what I'm going to do at this point in time, I'm going to grab the hovel. Sometimes there's an item in here. Oh, there's a dig spot. That's cool, I guess. Sometimes there's an item, not this time, though. That's okay. That's okay. So our priority today is not going to be progressing as far as we can, as fast as we can. Today's priority is get the item requirements needed to get things like the match, among other goodies. It's not the actual match, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Conference room first. Again, these are going to take steps from me. Yeah, give me the conservatory. I would like to adjust things. Maybe we could get the workshop. No workshop. Curses. Okay, foyer, weight room, or West Wing Hall. So I could make this very commonplace, so that we just get a bunch of hallways all the time. But I think I like it standard, especially with, oh wait, West Wing Hall. It only happens once. So standard is fine, confirm. Weight room is rare, which is kind of surprising. I could definitely make this to be unusual since it does have the lever that will help me out quite a bit. And it has 4 doors, so unusual is fine. And then the foyer. It's already unusual. I can make it standard. Hallway doors are always unlocked. I think unusual is just fine. So we're gonna keep that as is. I was really hoping we could get the veranda. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Yes, please. Okay, so what kind of items have we got in here? A little gem, a jewel. And the nook and library, or get the dining room early. I may as well grab the dining room early. I have a theory, by the way, with the library. I have a theory that if we were to draft the... Go check. Amazing. Okay, I just wanted to get this super early. Bing bong, give me the goodies. Electromagnet. Perfect. Lunchbox, when we get to rank 5, we are on 3, so it's gonna take a little while. So let's go back down. But yeah, I have a theory that if I draft the library and get a new clue book, then that can turn into something really good. Ah, okay. Okay, cool. So let's do the breaker box first, utility closet. And I may as well set these things here. Key card is off, dark room, gymnasium is off. Garage is on, dark room's on. That's all I need for now. Hopefully we can get security room. And actually I don't even need the security room technically because I can go outside and access it via the Black Bridge terminal, which is really nice. Workshop. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So now all I need to do is work on getting items. So do I block myself off? No, I'm gonna get a spare bedroom first. I'm gonna try to draft green rooms. Car keys, okay. I'm gonna try to draft green rooms, bedrooms, and any type of closets. Ooh, nurse's station might be great, but I think I wanna get a boudoir right now just for the rerolls. Huh. What should I get, actually? I think I need something that keeps me going, so let's do the boudoir. I'm not even gonna bother grabbing the gem right now, because, again, I don't think... I'll just grab it, I'll just grab it. 12.25. I could run into the laundromat, which would benefit me having some gems. Lab, okay. So that's not bad. Yeah, let's do the lab. May as well get these out of the way. We can run an experiment here. Maybe we can get something good out of the experiments. Experiment setup, yes please, continue with experiment. Each time you eat an apple, whenever you draft a hallway from another hallway, whenever you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and a letter will be delivered. I need the letter, or set your steps to 40. Ooh. Ooh, that could be really good. I don't have a mailroom yet though, so... Dang. I'm gonna set my steps to 40, but the mailroom might be really good. Yeah, red room, lose 5 steps, get something in the mailroom. Start the experiment. I know that one's kind of bizarre to have, but trust me, just trust me with that. Okay, so we got another mechanarium. I already have 1, 2, 3 of those rooms. Oh, chapel is not great for this. It's the wrong direction. Let's... You know, I do have a utility closet, so give me the dark room. Let it turn off. Letter's been delivered to the mailroom. Experiment successful, great. And if I do this enough times, then that will lead to some other good things here for us. Of being able to unlock every single door in the house. Dark room is on now. So that should be reset for ourselves. Should be nice, very nice. Okay, I'm losing steps pretty quick. If I could get a boudoir somewhere around here, that would be best case scenario. Give me a hallway. This leads to nothing, yep. And boiler room, pretty good. Takes 3 steps, sure. All right, so this is where it's gonna be a little tricky and I need to make sure that I can get the right things here. Uh-oh. Next room, by the way, I will also get... Gym I turned off. I actually turned that off. So that is perfect. Next room, I'm gonna get a little meal for myself. Letter's been delivered to the mailroom, perfect. And I don't care about power right now. I don't care about power. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So mechanarium will be perfect, actually. Plus 10. Okay, and this is the new door. This is not supposed to be here. This should be the lever for, yeah, the left side of the antechamber. Cool. I was curious how this was gonna be done. So that makes a lot of sense then. That makes a whole lot of sense. Very cool. Very cool, I like that. I really like that. I can go any direction I'd like. Let's see what's off and to my left here. Yeah, I'll use a key, that's fine by me. Security, armory, weapons and armor. Weapons and armor for sale? All right, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is pretty cool. So what do I do? Morningstar can knock the locks off chests and trunks. Tomorrow morning, gain 1 for 8. No. You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost from 1 room? What? For 32, I can do this? Oh, that's really good. Once per day while drafting, you can equip Night Shield to ignore the negative effect of any one red room. I think I have to do this. For 32, yeah. The axe in the room directory. Okay, room directory. What is the best room of all of the rooms? These cost nothing. Actually, do they cost things? Oh, it shows it there. Okay, so cost 2. Closed exhibit costs nothing. Lost and found costs nothing. Conservatory costs 1 gem. Treasure trove. Oh, that's right. I need to find the treasure trove. Still haven't found that either. That costs 1 gem. Mechanarium is none. Planetarium is none. Casino is 2. Vestibule is 2. Solarium is 1. What do I need the most out of all of these? Classroom might be a really good one. Clock tower, I technically don't need it again. Kennel, no. Dovecote, no. Red rooms, do I want any of these rooms by default? Not really. Let's go to shops. Bookshop costs 1 gem. Gift shop costs nothing. Laundry room costs 1. Showroom costs 2. So that's an interesting one, maybe. Locksmith costs 1. Kitchen 1. Commissary 1. Green rooms. Secret garden. Morning room. Still don't have that one by default. Greenhouse is 1. Veranda is 2. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. This one costs 3. I might do Cloister of Mila. Just because it's a 4 section green room. And it costs so much to get it. Yeah, that might be my go-to currently. Because these other ones I don't really care too much. Hallways are just meh. Bedrooms, on the other hand, that does cost 2. This costs none. Bunk room, servant's quarter, nurse's station. Yeah, I don't think I care too much about those. Now let me just double check all this stuff. Aquarium costs 1. Freezer costs none. Mailroom. Pool is 1. Workshop doesn't have a cost. Yeah, it's really just kind of looking at the ones that I really need. Music room does cost 2. The trophy room would, or the vault actually, would be pretty iconic to do it on. But I think Cloister's gonna do it to get the 3 extra gems knocked off of there. Permanently axe this floor plan's gem cost. Yeah. Axed. So cool. So cool. I have 17 left. Ignore the effect of any one red room. So that costs 8, and this costs 8. I could buy both of these. Let's just buy both of them. Why not? Yes. I might need this money for commissary or the little dining room area, but that's okay. It's totally fine. All right, let's see what we got moving forward. Rotunda. Starfish aquarium. +1 star. Or the den. Knight's shield. Let's use the den. Doesn't cost steps for me. And is there a trunk? No trunk! Gosh. Dang it. It's fine. Commissary. Library. Or corridor. Let's do corridor, because then I can get the super meal. Did I not? Okay, I guess I already had my lunchbox, so that's fine. I guess give me the pantry. Bing, bing, bing. No, don't open that. Don't open that. I need to get back to the dining room. All right, so from here now, so 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Or I can probably swap around down to the gym. Yeah, let's just open this real quick. We'll get a key out of it. Garage. Closet, 2 items. This will completely end this side though. So give me a bedroom. We're gonna lose 5, but then we're gonna gain 2. Oh, that's right. We got rid of the Queen's Gambit. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to really remember that because I'm not getting more keys. I totally forgot about that, actually. Yeah, I use my key, that's fine. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Give me the library. Dang. Oh, that's right, it automatically grabs stuff for me. Curse of Blackbridge. I have not drafted that one yet. That's gonna be the last book drafted at this stage. Let's see, is this locked? It is locked. I'm not gonna use the key there because we don't necessarily need to go up there. Let's head back and open from the weight room side, or whatever it was called. I can definitely open this though, just to see what it is. Locked, okay. So we got one locked door, I've got one key. One locked door, one locked key. Let's see if I can get anything cool here. Closed exhibit. That will do it. That will do it. Because I have access right here. Amazing. Okay. A letter's been delivered to the mailroom. That's right. I lost 5 steps. I forgot about the experiment. Okay. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As long as the gym lights are still off, they are. If I can open this into the left and get into the dining room, we're fine. If I walk into here, I'll have 9 steps. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 left. Let's experiment. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? I thought... Oh, I need security. Dang it. Okay, we have 1 step to get to bed. Okay, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's scary. That's incredibly scary, actually. Gosh, dang it. Oh, there's a shovel here the whole time? I probably should have looked around in here. Can I make any good? Okay, I only have a shovel. I only have the shovel. Okay, this will be a little helpful because I can dig things up in some of these rooms. Like here. We might get a fruit, we might get a coin. Okay. Let's see, what's here? What do we got? A coin? Oh my goodness gracious. And what do we have here? A turnip. Ah, there we go. There we go. Give myself a little bit more food. Lemon glazed salmon. Let's have dinner. I don't have an aquarium, so we're only gonna get plus 20. Nice, nice. I do have a coat check. Let's see if I can draft something off to the right side. Music room. Takes 6 steps, but I think that is gonna be worth it. Yeah. Major key. Secret garden. That's pretty cool, actually. And I guess it already sucked up the minor key. I would hope. Okay, let's get this closed exhibit, because I really would like to get that done. I am running out of steps, though, so... I'm very quickly running out of steps. Crap. Okay, reveal the tripwire. Lower the barrier. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this and I am going to run. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? Do it! Paper crown. If there's not a red room among the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting, you may redraw floor plans. Also useful for rehearsing museum burglary. Huh. Well, huh. I thought we would get a key under this. I gotta look at my note. Okay, so this is quite confusing now. I keep thinking I'm gonna be able to find one of these sanctum keys, and then it turns out it's not where I want it to be. So, the 5th key is held by a king on his throne. Held by a king on his throne. I wouldn't necessarily consider this a throne, but the king's crown, the paper crown. If there's not a red room on the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting, maybe redraw the floor plans. A familiar red paper crown. Rehearsing museum burglary. I have a museum, right? That was a found floor plan? Or was that one of the normal rooms? That was like room... What room was that, actually? Gallery. Was it the gallery? Museum burglary. Huh. Okay, well that kind of stinks. That kind of stinks. I haven't used that. While drafting, you equip Night Shield to ignore negative effects. Yeah. Alright, well... My best bet right now is to try to draft a really good bedroom. It is none of these. So... I could redraw floor plans. How many times can I do it? Let's just test it. Once. Hallway, closet gives me items. I don't like this closet. Let's do the hallway. I really need to get myself a bedroom. Really badly. Patio. Actually, that will be okay, because getting extra steps is going to be just fine. Oh my gosh, I've been needing you. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I just need the metal detector. Please, please. Okay, we got a few dig spots up and around here. Green room? Security. Security's not bad. Yeah, let's do the security. That way I can turn off the security doors right here. Don't have to go running around this whole place. Okay, got some old coins. Give me a turnip, please. Please, that's not a turnip. Please. Ah, let's go. Let's go. Sweet. Security level, max. Offline mode. Make sure they're unlocked now. That's what I forgot to do earlier. That was my bad. That was my bad. I could start generating money throughout the house if I really needed to and really wanted to, but I don't think we're going to. Huh. I need the mailroom, actually. Should I night shield on the furnace? I've already got a few red rooms. You know what, yeah, give me a normal furnace so I can keep drawing red rooms. And then I'll use the night shield on a more important one of these. Oh, worthless brick. Gosh, dang it. Oh, I forgot. I also forgot that the red rooms take away my steps. Commissary. Or courtyard. Ooh. Takes 3 steps. There will be some dig spots. So 11, 10, 9, 8. I only have 11 money. There might not be food. 10, 9, 8. And then we go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. I'm gonna redraw it. I need a bedroom. I need a good bedroom. This is not any of the things that I want. Redraw again. This really sucks, actually. This really sucks. Dang it. Okay. Well. Take the study. I'm not even gonna go in there. Oh, there's an apple. I'll take the apple, thank you. Yum. It was a net nothing benefit. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go up and around. All right, so do I risk now? I'm gonna go to the closed exhibit. I need to get a bedroom. I need to get the maid's chamber. I need something solid. It takes 3 steps. Redraw. Gosh, dang it. Redraw. That's a red room. I'm gonna lose steps. Oh my... Redraw. What the heck? That takes 3 steps. We might be screwed. We might be screwed. Redraw. Gosh dang it. It's over. It's over. Okay. Dang it. What do I lose? Oh, they used my steps! No! So stupid! Oh, you lost your shovel, thanks. Gosh, dang it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Oh, I lost all of my goodies. Oh, I lost everything. Okay, well, it doesn't matter what I do now. All I know is that the armory is incredible to draft. I feel as though I should do everything that I can to draft that armory, even if it ruins my run, because then I could just make it so that there are no gem requirements in the whole game, unless that axe was a one-time ever only. Which, if that's the case, I definitely should have been a little bit more careful. I guess shelter. I don't even need to go in. I don't need to waste this step. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it really doesn't feel great, by the way, to start a day with no keys. And part of me thinks the Queen's Gambit was actually a blessing in disguise. Just due to how many extra keys I was getting throughout each individual day. Dang it, I didn't even get to use the stupid, the Morning Star. All right, give me the library. I could coat check, but I'm not gonna coat check. We got a brand new book, we're gonna read it. Oh, we got a treasure map, nice. Okay, pretty cool. And this is the new one, The Curse of Black Bridge by Redford Ewing. First one, obviously. See what we get. Forward. The legend of Black Bridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm. For versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. I'm gonna take some pictures of this first. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Black Bridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Oris. From Oris, okay. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, high road robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It is not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take an easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road, paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentry lands, where loose purse strings entwine with strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jasper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Black Bridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, that notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Cool. I'm making sure I took a picture of this page. I think I did. I did not, actually. So let's take a picture of this. Again, these are for my own reference for if I need to take a look at these books without having to order them and wait a whole day in game day. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly. Tucked away in the cave at the bottom of the Black Bridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jasper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tearing upon his return. Okay, so we got some berries. Very cool. Let's go take a picture of this one. Beep, bop, bop. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination. And along the way, Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his effort would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates, who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. Okay. A carriage! A carriage is approaching! The thought of it made Jesper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. See if there's anything unique about the picture? Maybe with a magnifying glass. It was only a moment more before the sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by two beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage, it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. Picture time. "You boy, get out from behind the bush," he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not to be any face." Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jesper raised a half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where's your home, boy? It must be quite far." Jesper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods." Picture time. "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Black Bridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself." Jesper felt happier with this response as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I have never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste in memory of your youth, sir." The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. And at that moment, his fingers touched the first berry. The dagger, in turn, met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. "Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause. Though I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me." Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. "Why have you no purse upon your person?" The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did and turned softly. "There's a lockbox in the carriage." "Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands. A concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat." The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, The man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on this man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displayed no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you were showing me? Jesper stopped. Surprised by the it was the old man saying it. Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it. Secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. There's no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried, servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Oh, that's a cool looking box. I bet that has some kind of implication for something. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock and would not easily open without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough, then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what, you mumbling agentor? I don't know what that means. And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. Oh, interesting. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past. But now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more, given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries, and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now. Take a dozen paces and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution. And if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. The other man was cursed. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. I like this story. This is a good story. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his second, third, and fourth steps, though they were quite large. Seated now behind the horse, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox, whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses, seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. Part 2? This is a long book. This is a fun read, though. I like this. Below the Black Bridge. Part 2. Okay. Oh gosh, there's a lot of reading here. I hope you enjoy my narration. Because you're getting a lot more of it. Miller awoke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. Only one person would have the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Shaking the sleep from her eyes, she glared up at him in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, and stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkness of the cave, Miller remembered. She was on third watch today. Quietly collecting her things and wits, Miller turned as she left, waving to her young friend, who was more than likely already asleep. She crept through the cavern's main passage, careful to not wake the sleeping bandits around her. Like a hero in a book. Hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazardly formed pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. She then walked toward the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Picture time. Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered a braided rope and pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside a nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering in this tree post, a necessary concession for the concealment the outpost demanded. Ravia tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating how thirsty she had been. Miller laughed silently as water poured out, splashing onto Ravia's face. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for the unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They'd been on third watch together for over a month, and during that speechless time, their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie before, of course, but intimacy, never. From their elevated vantage, the girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern, as well as a clear view of the bridge that spanned across the canyon. Black Bridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains. The overpass that connected Oris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. Like most of her band, Miller preferred the night. The biting glare of the sun might be tolerable to farmhands and bricklayers, but to a cavern-housed bandit, it was a source of constant annoyance. In the day, there was no shroud to conceal her expressions, nor to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Ravia touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress a budding smile, suddenly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary. Gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their month among the branches. She watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath them. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend not to understand. Ravia rolled her eyes and turned away, looking back to the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. Ravia held up two bent fingers, and a few moments later, two men emerged from the bridge's southern end. They were dressed in a familiar uniform, long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, and black tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Black Guard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at Black Bridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated an important traveler's impending passage across the bridge, information that the girls would promptly relay to their leaders as soon as the coast was clear. But this report, while exciting, was rarely acted upon. In Miller's 5 years in the Unholy Hounds, she had never once seen a carriage taken in open daylight when the Black Guard was nearby. Wonder if this is anything that I need to worry about. It looks like you can zoom in on them for sure. The men had nearly reached the brigade's north end when Miller heard the horses faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Ravia's eyes met Miller's. The same concern mirrored in each other's expressions. This did not sound like the typical carriage, cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead of the familiar crunch of the high road's gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards, looking through the foliage. The sounds were not coming from the high road, but from the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. Go! The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing toward the cave. There was no road that ran below the canyon. There was no reason for numerous horses to be approaching their cave. There was only one reasonable conclusion, and both girls had reached it instantly. The base had been compromised. This was a Black Guard attack. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose her first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry. Before she even finished processing that thought, her second arrow was in the air. Without a trail, it would be unthinkable for a carriage to traverse such rough terrain. Yet she watched as the wheels jolted over the rocky riverbed. Is it our friend from the part 1? A third arrow was now in flight, and there would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming it into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller quickly glanced over her shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching from the rear. Down in the canyon, the entire horde of the Unholy Hounds came spilling forth from the earth as if hell itself had suddenly sprung open. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep and tripping over one another in a desperate attempt to engage an unseen enemy in combat. Miller could see Ravia among their number, the only one looking up at her. Her expression was chilling. There would be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both now realized. They had made a mistake. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. There's the effigy. The gang's chieftain, Jeffrey Heartslasher, led the others, cautiously approaching the crashed carriage, like a suspicious fox would near a baited trap. There were no words exchanged as the group crept forward in customary silence. A dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him, a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. What is the effigy? That's really good. That's really good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is... We already know this, unfortunately. Miller was inconsolable. Sorry. Reading's hard. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He'd always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling. Tender-hearted, she'd always called him, though deep down she had known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability that emerged in the most perilous of situations. He had been a flower among the nettles of this cave, but he still had thorns, honed by a grim past and 100 hands of misfortune. They buried him in the darkness, in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. The mysterious effigy that they had found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone. A marker that stood out somewhat special among the rows of familiar swords, marking neighboring plots. No one spoke, not even in whispers. There's nothing to say. Miller awoke the next day to a thunderous shaking and rattling of earth. A far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained to adjust her eyes, but the choking sting of stirred-up dust caused her to flinch. Panic was also in the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her, but even in alarm, the silence was louder. What was it that sounded so strange? Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. The whispers around her were getting louder, and intense voices could be heard ahead. Louder speech than she had ever heard spoken in the canyon. A growing dread grew as Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes now open, wide, despite the dust. Shouldn't it be day? Miller felt a hand in the darkness, pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. An hour or so later, the screams began. Blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. That was very good. That was a very good story. I wonder if you could zoom in on any of this. Oh, that's a really good tale. I really enjoyed that. It's very, very nice. If only now I had a magnifying glass. That would make my life so much better. Okay, electromagnet, burning glass, detector shovel, dowsing rod, sound pick amplifier, power hammer. So it looks like I can make two-ish more things. So battery, compass, magnifying metal, or the hammer. And then I'm missing 3 of these, which makes sense. Oh, that one's pretty big. It's pretty cool though. Dang. It was a good book. I really like that. Really quite enjoyed that. All right, time to do more stuff. The gallery. Oh my goodness. These all suck, actually. I guess I'll take the gallery. They're already open, so I can get what's in here? Some money, 2 gems, and an 8 key. That's not bad, actually. It's not bad at all. Do I want to open this? Sure. Code check. Kind of sucks right there, but I guess I'll just take it. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I need some thematic music happening right now in the game. We're seriously lacking some of that right now. Give me a hallway. Get bedroom. +2. Ah, coin purse. Nice. Nice. Chapel. Yeah. Let's do the chapel. I'm cool with that. Oops. Oh, I'm sheltered. Oh, yes, I have shelter. Ah. Okay, it'd be nice to get a worse red room right now. Do I potentially block myself out completely? Let's just keep doing dead ends. This run... Oh, you know what? Sledgehammer's pretty good. Take, please. Thank you. Biggie bank. Let's do the dead. May as well. Try to do a commissary next, if we can. I guess I'll do... I don't know if I really like any of these. I'll take the parlor. And then this needs to be like a straight ahead. Like the courtyard would be nice. Or lose half of my steps immediately. Courtyard would actually kind of suck, so let's do commissary. See what I can buy. Oh my gosh. We have everything that we need. So, metal detector costs 10. All I need to do is find the workshop, and we are good to go. I don't have a shovel. Let's solve this. Let's get some extra gems. Gem. Okay. Yeah, we just need to get a workshop. If you replace the word one in the other two statements with both, they will both be... I'm not reading all that. One of the other boxes contains gems. One of the other statements is false. If you replace the word one in the other two statements with both, they will both be false. Both of the other boxes contain gems. That would be false. Both of the other statements is false. Both of the other statements is false. So that's not true. So this would have to be false. Because this would not make this a false statement if it says both, because they could both be false if this is true. So this is false. One of the other boxes contains gems. One of the other statements is false. That one's the false one. I honestly don't know which one it's supposed to be. The other boxes. So it's blue? Because one of the other... It's this one or this one? Or itself? It's itself then. Oh, okay. Dang. Fair enough. Alright, this needs to be a hallway. I need something. Passageway. Yeah, I'll take it for 2. That's fine. Because we need as many opportunities to get a workshop as humanly possible. Let's hope I don't run into any locked doors. That would really stink. Cannot see, I guess. I guess we can't see. May as well do this first. I'm sorry. Dark room, it's sheltered. Ah! Key 8. Can you imagine? Just keeps letting you go. Okay, no go. No go. I need keys really badly. I should probably check to see if the commissary has keys. I can't choose what I want though. And I cannot take this. Because I can't let it take the sledge. Oh wait. I still need the magnifying glass. If this takes the sledgehammer, I'm going to be really upset. It's sheltered. Oh, let's go. Okay. Hall pass. So what does hall pass do again? You will not lose steps traveling between 2 adjoining hallways. Hallways drafted from adjoining hallway do not cost gems to draft. Oh, it's here. Not too bad I don't have a shovel. Too bad. All right. Well, that was good, I guess. See what else we have. Kitchen. Maybe the drawing room. Yeah, I'll do drawing room. Cost a gem, we'll get a gem. I'm fine with that. Gosh, that was a lot of reading. That was a lot of reading. 0, 4, 15. Enter. Give me a gem. Thank you. Locked. All right, I got 1 key left. All of the next doors are locked. So, that being said, let's check out the commissary, which is right here. And we're gonna buy some goodies real quick. First of all, metal detector. Should have bought that earlier because then I could have gotten keys. Sleeping mask and a shovel. Shovel. And a sleeping mask. May as well have them all. So that's perfect. I can dig... Where? I think in the foundation. I don't think there's a dig spot here. So we're gonna ignore that. Okay, and I do have code check. So at the very least I can throw the metal detector in there. Where do I go now? What is my best chance at getting more rooms? Probably down, if I'm being honest. It's probably going down. Yeah, I guess I'll take the observatory. You better be unlocked, buddy. We're going down to rank 4. You better be unlocked for me. Please. Or maybe get a key thing here. What is this? Oh, the flowers. And Diamondus Minor. Diamondus. Diamonds are pink. That's a diamond shape. Diamonds are pink. Okay. Okay. Well, that's an interesting little observation, wouldn't you say? Yikes. Pool? Maybe. Or hallway. I'll get the hallway first. I don't think I need a locker room, sauna, or pump room. So, let's do hallway. Give the most door possibilities here. Go down a bit. Hallway to hallway costs nothing. Secret passage is just gonna get me locked in though. These all suck. Redraw. This can swap some goodies, or I could get a key here. Let's get a key right here. That's all I need are keys right now. Beep. And boop. And pop. And spleep. Key to the Sacred Garden, wow! That's nice. Okay, I can definitely use that there. Sick. Garage has 3 keys. That would be great as well. Yeah, give me keys, give me keys. I need keys. We're running very low. Let's go beep, boop, boop. Anything else in here? Anything else? No. Okay. Cool. That was the perfect amount of rooms to draft there for myself. That was great. Normal key. What do we get? What do we get? Boiler room, pretty good. Let's do that one. And again, I need to get, oh, okay, good. I thought that was one of the crazy doors. Normal key, normal key, normal key. Pantry. Orange. Sweet. Normal key. Oh gosh. Take security. I need the workshop. Please give me workshop. Hallway. Please give me the workshop. What is it? What is it? What does key 8 look like again? Room 8? Room directory. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here. Forward and to the right. So this might actually lead to something. Key 8. Oh, just go to the antechamber. That's fine. That's fine. Oh gosh, would I have to do this again? Oh, I should have written this down. Because there was money in there, right? There's some kind of goodies in there. All right, fair enough. This one's locked, yes? Yeah. See if was this unlocked? No. The vault! Can't afford it. Curses. Conference room. Then we're gonna do this secret garden spread, if it will let me. Hello, beep beeps. Beep beeps. Beep beep. Nice. Special key, secret garden. Boom. Ha ha ha. Now there's fruit and dig spots. Sweet. Nothing. Not sweet. Gems. Yes. Cool. Cool. Now, is there going to be any reason for me to... Okay, good to know that that's still permanent. What do I do with the moon symbol? That's another question. I need the center one. So this will give me right. This does right and left? I keep forgetting. Or is it right and south? Whoop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Yeah, okay, so west is the other one. Got it. I may as well open both sides just to have it, I guess. It may benefit me to go back into that room just to see if there's anything else that I've kind of passed by and missed a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Sweet. Flippy to switchy. Wow. Cool. Cool. All right, that's very exciting. Sad that there's only one flower in here. Of course you're locked. What about... I'm gonna eat all of this. I could buy salt, actually. I'm gonna open this door. That could very well be what I need. Not where I want to go. Use it. Yikes. Yikes. I do have a lot of fruit left, though, so... Oh, I gotta find my blueprints notes. Blueprints notes. South is weight room. So I can get into... Do I need to, though? I don't think I need to. This just gives me more options, though. Takes me to 20. I can get a bunch of more stuff from here. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Yeah, just give me the weight room. That's fine. Of course. Of course. Oh! That's incredible, though. That is incredible. I need the workshop. I can't do that. I can't do that. Flippy to switchy. Flippy to switchy. See, that's the benefit of not actually opening or taking all fruit scenarios. Because I would have lost a lot more steps if I had done that. Is this the way? Yeah, this is the way. All right, I'm using my last key. All right. And it's nothing that I want, unfortunately. I have security, so this will actually let me open up more doors. So I'll have to do the utility closet. That's fine. Ah! A free coin! Off. Off. On. And on. I want to know what's going on with the cabinet. How do I get a little thingy into there? That's another question. All right, well. Let's get going. Straight into the right. Straight into the right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make these on. Card system. Offline unlocked. And then security level high now that they're all turned off. All right. It's not terrible. It does give us a lot more option for things. And I'm not gonna lie, this fruit was a lot less fruit than I anticipated. A whole lot less fruit than I expected. Okay, no keys for that. I have no key for that. I could go into the antechamber. I think I have to go to the weight room. Yeah. All right, workshop, 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 workshop. These are workshops. Give me workshop, please. Courtyard. I have a shovel, so that's gonna be great. And I have a sledgehammer, double great. Workshop. That's not the workshop. I guess give me the patio. Cost 1 to get 1. Apple. Spling. Spling. Oh, an extra key. Ah, let's go. Oh, tin can. That's awful. I guess give me the kitchen. That's fine. I do need more steps, so I'm not super mad at that. Please be unlocked. Gosh, dang it. It's fine. 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 Tomato soup. +5 for every red room. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would give me 20. That's pretty good. 20 for 5? Club Sammy. Yeah, give me that. Club sandwich. And some bananas. I can always come back for these bananas. I got 29 right now. You know, okay, no, give me all the bananas. Give me every single one of your bananas. I already have the take half of your steps thingy. So just give me that. Thanks. That would have gone crazy if I happened to have the salt shaker, which I could have bought. But alas, I am dummy, and I didn't want it. Nothing. Okay. A key. Incredible. Can they please give me this stupid workshop? I could really use a workshop. Oh. Okay, I do have 2 keys though. And more of these, which is perfect. Off and to the right. It needs to go off and to the right. There's none of these. This will give me more keys though. So I could do that. A major and a minor. Or I could redraw right now. I'm gonna redraw. That sucks too. But the gymnasium gives us some upward momentum. Let's do this one. And we turn it off, so I don't have to worry about the steppies as well. Okay, Jim. Jimmy, old Jimmy Jim, what are you gonna give me? None of the things that I want. None of the ones that I want. I do get some chests, though. Blop, blop. Okay, thank goodness there's normal keys there. Beep, bop, boop. Sick. Okay. I have 5 keys, so we're actually fine. Let's use one here. Workshop. That's not the workshop. Treasure trove. Yes. I've never seen this room. Cool. Oh, look at this. The green memos you find in this room will always be true. I'm sorry, what? The pink. Oh, no way. Wait. This is an important room. Pink boxes. How do I know I can trust that? You know? It feels like the pink one, this pink triangle place, is an ancient realm. I don't know how else to describe it. Use it. That sucks, dude. Walk-in closet, though, might get me where I need to go. Let's do it. Dang it. I don't want the telescope. I don't want the stinky telescope. I feel like there's got to be more to this room. Right? I'm going to take a picture of this, though, for sure. This will be cool, though, because as you continue to draft it more and more, you will get more and more goodies too. More coins each time you enter it, which might not be that spectacular for kind of the style that I'm running right now, and the fact that I really don't use a lot of money at this point. I don't know. We'll see kind of how it goes. I can only draft 3 more rooms, 1, 2, 3. So give me the solarium, make it rare and unusual. The ones that I need are rare and unusual. In fact, there is only one that is rare and unusual that I want. Rare or unusual. And it's this stupid, stinky, disgusting hallway. Give me the hallway, please. I beg of thee. Not the hallway, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. That's not any of the things I want. Redraw. Attic. That's actually a really good pull. That is a really good pull. Let's go. Okay, I need the workshop because I can combine anything I want. I don't have a battery. I'll say that much. Car keys. Car keys sucks. Oh, I don't want that either. Oh, that's pretty good. Get an extra key. So now I can officially open all the doors that are here. Nice. Oh, very nice. All right. There are dig spots down there. Is it worthwhile? May as well. May as well. Singular. Sorry. Singular dig spot down here. An ordinary key. Okay. I didn't need it at this point, but it's good that we have the option. It's very good. So I need to go over there. Pantry. And here's the problem. I don't think I can actually draft the workshop in any of these 2 spots because they lead to a dead end part of the door, the walls. That sucks. Hall pass. It's free. It's free. Sure. Gets us into the antechamber. Oh, because it counts as a green room. That's fun. That's very fun. Another key. Antechamber's here. Hello? Ah! A coin! Alright, and this is our very last one. Our very last room that we can enter. None of these... Actually, conservatory might be the way to go. But I have 2 rerolls, so I gotta test. I gotta test. Lab? No. Locksmith? No. Again, I can't go there, can't go there. So it's over if I can't do anything else spectacular. Yeah, that sucks. It really does suck. Do the trophy room again. Yeah, why not? Give me this stupid trophy room again. I hate the trophy room. If you have enough gems for it, it's not worth the extra gems at that point. That's my feeling. That's how I feel about it. Where I'm like, if I've already made it this far, I don't know if it's worthwhile. Yoink. To continue up, you must go down. Yeah. We've all heard that one before. Oh, I can go to the library because I have magnifying glass now. So that's really good. I have no stores, no shops to buy anything special from. So I'm just going to get down to the coat check, to the library, and I think that's it. And I think I have to go all the way over here. Yeah. Again, there's nothing else I need? I don't think so. I could go underground. But do I need to go underground? I don't think so. I don't have an extra sigil key right now. Do have a telescope. I can throw this bad boy on here. Wow. Pair of chests. Farmer's apple. Southern Cross. The slice. Clav is the key. Wow, that would have been great on the next run. Okay, let's test the theory to see if the car keys do anything later on. After you've opened it once. It is actually pretty good. So you get a key card. And some coins. That might be really good, actually. Okay. I will take it. I will definitely take it. How do I get back? I am lost. I want to go home. Oh, I was like, can I do it again? Surely not. Is that a gem? That is a gem. Okay. All right. I think the play is going to be checking our metal detector. Honestly, I think I just need to buy that shop every single day, because that's another big thing. Oh, it's not taking my money. I actually want it to take my money this time. I want you to take my money, please, please. Wham, bam. Okay, we'll make sure. Oh, that would have been good. Make sure to throw our money in the well. One of our money. Oh, look, I still got a whole T-bone steak. Porterhouse. Dang. The day when I don't want... When I want only one thing and I don't care about progression, I make it through all but 2 rooms of the entire house and have 2 rerolls, 4 keys, 11 gems, 62 money, and 75 steps left over. Which is a massive amount. Okay, we're gonna look at all of these images super quickly. Because it seemed like a couple of them benefited from being zoomed in on. Some of them looked a little bit too clear for the really small details to be not looked at. And I'm assuming it's going to give us the Blackguard, aka Orinda Ares' information, probably. And of course, I've already solved that one for our sigils. But we can still find out. So here's the coffer. That might be important at some point. But we can see that without the magnifying glass. This poor man, he's been smacketh upon the head. Okay, nothing here. I think in part 2 there was something. Interesting, interesting. Interesting that there's nothing. This one's too clear. Now, see, why is it so clear compared to, like, the actual bridge? That's the concerning thing. I don't think there's anything that I can decipher from that, unfortunately. Poor man. This poor man. Oh, there's the sigil, or whatever they called it, right in the middle. Oh, I thought that was writing. Okay, so it's the exact same image, has just been basically copy and pasted on each of those. There's nothing necessarily new. Okay, yeah, dang. Well, there wasn't really anything out of that that came from having the magnifying glass, unfortunately. I would, though, like to go back over here. Beep bop boop boop beep boop bop. And look closely at these guys. So we got Orinda, number 7. Orinda Aries. It's pretty cool. There's no indicator that it's supposed to be black on the stamp itself. Get nuance. It's number 1, or has to be number 1. Can't be 10 because there's only 8 of these. This is 4. The white sea of yore. In fire we are found. Fen Aries. Arch Aries. Together we weather. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can definitely get another stamp right now, which would be a Raja's. And can I get more Jais? I think I can, actually. Because I need 1, 2, 3. So I need 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I have at least one more. Let's go grab that. Let's go grab that before we end the day. And then we'll decide what to put into the coat check. And then we'll start up a new run. A whole new run. Hopefully we'll get something good. Now I feel like I'm getting worried a little bit with this game. Is that I am leaving a lot to chance moving forward. And the chance is whether I'm going to get this stupid workshop room. Unfortunately. Gosh, the frame rates are being weird right now for some reason. Yeah, this way. Volume all the way up? Yeah, it is. Ignore. Keep walking. Keep walking. Oh, I could go into room 46 just to see if anything's different. Adventuring through it at least one more time might be beneficial. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. This one we 100,000% got. 100,000% we got. Orinda Aries. With the black bridge. Ah, okay. That's fun. 8 realms in 8 months. So this must be number 1. Are they just giving us the order number? No, it can't be number 1 because the stamps have numbers on them. But maybe there is something else actually regarding that. Hold on. This one is... What the? This one does not have a number. Okay. This is the one I don't think we have the stamp of. No, I do have arteries. Okay. Dang it. Let's go to the next one. Here we are. This is the one I don't have a stamp of, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. A Raja. Raja RA. The Eastern something. So that's number 3. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, if I get the magnifying glass and I got extra steps, I need to do this stuff. Fully inspecting key details. And then you. Oh, okay, we already got... Yeah, we already got you. All right, back upstairs. Super quick. I know this is a bit of a waste of time doing all this, but it's okay, it's okay. It's part of the process, part of the process. I'm sure many YouTubers would cut out a part like this. Just be like, they don't need to see me go through and touch this with a magnifying glass. I think you need to see it. You need to see the entire process. Every little piece. It's the only way you'll know. The only way you'll truly know. Dum, 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 dum. Whee. This is a long walk back though, I gotta say. A long venture. Very long. I always do that. Very long venture. Can I throw more? Curses. Curses! Okay. What is gonna be my best bet? Gosh, why the code check's so far away? This code check is so far. I'm gonna do the metal detector. And then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna log into the security thing and order a magnifying glass to the store. So that way I've got, at least I know for a fact that both of them will be ready and waiting to go. I'll have to see how long it takes for the thing to draft the magnifying glass though. That's the only thing. I need to figure out my pathway that I made, because I am very lost. I think I'm doing pretty good though, based on what I remember. Left. Sheltered. Okay. Let's log into Swan Song. Swan Song! Beep! Beep! Special orders. Magnifying glass. Sledgehammer, sleeping mask, shovel, running shoes, metal detector. 1 to 2 days. Prove order. Boom. I should get it. Again, it should be in the shop tomorrow. Log out. So if I can get... Again, it's a long shot. But if I can get the stinky stank of getting the stupid things, then we are set and good to go. That's right. I can always get the crown of the blueprints. Pursuing director red room. 130. Is everything in here a reference to the Sanctum Keys locations? Because this is a reference for sure. That clock is different. Lady Epson. Sinclair. Na, 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 na. Sorry. All of the sigils. So I'm assuming once we get all the sigils, then this will let me go up and above. Missing Marigold. 8 realms in 8 months. All right, first key found for it, we got it. Second locked vault, you got it. Third high up, we got it. Fourth down below, but we got it. Fifth key held by a king on his throne. Sixth in a station, we got it. Seventh is major if you dropped it quite late. And the last key is waiting behind the last door 8. 3 left. King on his throne. I think I need to revisit that silly little room. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here for me. So I am going to end the day. So much stuff. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Start a new one. Garden Jigsaw House of Tomorrow. 5 green, 3 puzzle, 4 tomorrow rooms. 1 new room is really cool, the treasure trove. So you know what, it's not all that bad if I didn't get too much progress made. As long as we're getting some new things here and there. Seems like most of the stuff I'm currently discovering, though, is not leading me on a direct route anywhere. After the last 2 episodes where I've just like, boom, boom, progress, progress, I'm saddened slightly, just slightly, that I'm not making the progress that I want right now. Okay. You think we can draft something cool out here? Birdie! Sorry, I don't think I did my daily video screaming the word birdie. Trading post or tool shed? Excuse me. You like that one? That was for you. I'll do the tool shed. Trading post could get, oh, that's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I needed. Sledgehammer, let's go. Oh my gosh, let's go. Let's go. All right, I don't think I ever want to legitimately draft the lab. And I'm wondering if I should just start the experiment at the start of the day. Because it could get me cool things like keys or permanent allowance upgrade. Go check immediately. That'll help me to get keys. Retrieve, thank you. Bye-bye, have a great day. So that blocked me off completely. I need to go to the left. Boiler room does the job, I guess. Yeah, sure. Wasted a gem, but it's okay for right now. It's okay. Yikes! Weight room? I gotta do the dining room. Is that a gem? Still something else around here. Is it just this? Oh, it was just the lunchbox. Okay. Give me a workshop. Give me the workshop, please. These all suck, by the way. Give me the nook. I need a key. Key, please. Boop. Beep, boop. Boop. like the library. Boom. Ah! Thanks. Okay, so it's over there. Cool. Cool, cool. I'm gonna do new clue. Again, I'm curious if it will draft the thing that I want. I only have 2. Rotate them. Dovecoat. Dovecoat. I love drafting this dovecoat. I hate it. I actually hate it. I'm lying to you. I really don't like it. It was fine. That was a perfectly fine option for where that was. Anyway, let's get the den. Let's get some goodies. Let's open this up. Open that pit up. Parlor. I want waffle fries. I want the actual good puzzle, which is the dartboard puzzle. That's my favorite. The gems are in the blue box. The true boxes are both empty. Both, you say. The false boxes are both true. But okay, so if this is true, then they're just there, and I don't have to worry about anything else. The false boxes, that doesn't matter. The true boxes are both empty. So if that's true, that means you are empty, which would mean that this is false. And itself is true, so it would have to be in this one. The false boxes are both true. It's either in the white or the blue box. So I'm not thinking too hard on it. I got 2 of these. Okay, so it's in the blue box. Yay. Yeah, I'm not, you know, I'm there's no ego with this. I just, if it's not the one, it's not the one, you know? If it's not the one, it is not the one. Sometimes there's good stuff in the bedroom. Ah, this time there actually is. Sensational, incredible. Wowie, wowie. As they say, wow. This is really bad, actually. I guess I'll have to do a closet. And my only position is going to be left from the dovecoat. So, closet 2 items, I guess. Silver key. That's good. But I only have 1 key, so that's not great. Not bad. Not great. Not good. Just okay. It's just an okay option there. Grabbing that first was kind of the end of me. I will admit that. I will gladly admit that. All right, time to get our little dovies. Birds! Love them birds. What the? Oh yeah, we already saw this. Returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If the coast is not clear. Oh, the SD to warn us. I wonder if this has to do with the 8 realms in 8 months. It was the pathway of our beloved mother. That is a very possible option. Piggy, how could you steal money from me? Oh, yeah. Free key. Let's go. Commissary. There it is. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll block myself off just to be able to get the commissary. If there's no... Okay, thank goodness there is a magnifying glass. Only costs 4. Boom! Shovel 2. I do have dig spots, so... Only costs 6. Boom! Set of gems for 10. Boom! That's it. That's it! Get the booms! Get them big booms! Yikes. Give me the hallway for more movement potential. Would have been nice to do the billiards, I will say. What do we got here? Rumpus room. Rumpus room. I love the rumpus room. I will take conference room though. Rumpus room. I need keys real bad too. Really, really need to start getting some keys. You know what? Give me a normal key on this one. See what we get. Drawing room's not bad at all, actually. Only costs a gem. I'll take that. We'll get a gem from it. This game's so tough because it really makes you... Doesn't matter how many times you played this, these decisions are still very difficult. And depending on what you're trying to do in the game, there's a completely different strategy of what you want to try to accomplish. And that makes it even more difficult. I'm gonna try to open this one. Yes, let's go. Workshop! Ho! It's over. It's Jover, as they say. I don't know why I said that. It's over though. Let's go! All right, we're making this. Wait. I can make the jackhammer, and I can also make the burning glass. Or I could make the power hammer again. I have no idea what I'm so tempted to look up what this is. What the jackhammer is for. Where would I ever use it? For sure I know we are making this. And I can use it. Easy peasy, no problem. I can go and explore as much as I can with the burning glass. Here's the problem. The sledgehammer, I think I only have like 2 things I need to sledge. I've never done this, the jackhammer. I'm gonna do the jackhammer. Yep. Yep. It's gonna be awful, isn't it? What does it do? What does it do? What does it do? More effective than the shovel excavation, digs deeper and finds better items. That is the worst one. Well, now I know. Now I know that it's absolute garbage. Now I know it's absolute garbage. But I do have this now, and I can do so much with this. I can break so many things. I can burn everything. Burn it all. All right, what do I even start with? I think I'm just gonna go underground. Oh, please tell me I have access to some of these underground things. Tool shed. I need to get to the foundation really bad. So I'm gonna go back into the drawing room real quick, and we're gonna see if we can't draft over to the underground. I have 1 key left. Use the silver key then. Cloister of Mila is free. Yes, please. Okay, so we get to dig deeper now? A pair of old keys. Okay. Pair of gems. Okay, this might be better than I anticipated. A pair of ivory dice. Wow. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, what do we have here? Music room. I have 10. Give me a major minor. Little major minor. Key card. So that's considered a major key then, huh? Makes sense. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The music room music. Let's go. I love the music room music. Give me passageway. All right, straight ahead, straight shot, please. Thank you. It's none of them. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Absolutely not. Billiard room. I could have done a re-roll, but it's okay. 14. Boom. 7. 2. 40. 4. Dun. 2 minus 10. It's negative 8. Times 12? Wait. Multiplication. Addition. Subtraction. Multiplication. Huh? It's not following normal ordering, is it? We don't have any indicator for this. Huh? What has changed in this? Do I have to do this first? Like 12 times 2 is 24 minus 10 is 14? No. So again, addition, subtraction, multiplication, 40, divide 4. Addition, 2, minus 10, negative 8, times 12. Times positive 12? Does that make that doesn't make a difference. Oh gosh. Give me, no, please, calculator app. Thank you. All right. So we got negative 8 times positive 12? Yeah, that makes no difference. So something else is weird here. Am I going in a clockwise versus counterclockwise position for this? But then that would still make it 2 times 12 is 24, minus 10 is 14, which is not right. So let's see what happens here. So 14. I think I am going, well, this makes sense going counterclockwise because that is the actual order. And then this one is also counterclockwise. I don't know if I understand what it wants from me right here. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. And then times 12. So we got what, 14, 4. Oh, this is only 2. We've only gotten 2 in. So 14, 4. I'm curious to know what is the common denominator here with this. 14, 4, 13, 14, 4, 6. 14, 4, 10. 14, 4, 15. 14, 4, 2. 14, 4, 17. 14, 4, 3. 14, 4, 19. 4, 7. 14, 4, 16. 14, 4, 8. It was 8. So how do we get to 8 from this information? Do we ignore the 12? Why? Why do we get 8 from this? Plus 2 minus 10 times 12. I have no other indication on this thing on what it should be. So if it's 8, Is it 17? No. 14.4? Oh, sorry. So 8. Is this 7? See, that doesn't make any sense. 14.4. Why is this 8? Is the ordering... What's going on with the ordering? Now is this one... Sorry, 8. And then... This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. I need to figure out the rule for what happens when it goes to a negative. I'll come back and look at this later. In the meantime, again, I still need to try to get to the underground. See what we get. Security great, actually. Got a key card. That makes it even better. I got 6 of those things. Yeah. All right, let's pump this up. Pump it up. Key card. Security level high. Offline mode. It's unlocked, just in case. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, needs to be a straightaway. None of these are straightaways. This will completely lock me out of getting the foundation from this angle, but I think that's okay because I want to grab this armory. I want to see if I can... No, it's gone forever. Wait, no, this is just a new thing. What is this? Self-igniting torch. Can light candles, ignite fuses. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Now they give me the ability to get that thing for 8 coins after I have it in my inventory? That's so insane. That's so insane. Why would they do that to us? Why would they do that to us? I don't know what has candles other than that one area underground. That's my main problem right now. Give me the observatory. Let's go touch that light. See those stars. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Apples are extra delicious. So delicious. I'll open it from this way, that's fine. 3 keys left, 2 keys now. Mailroom, mailroom. There should be like 50,000 letters in here. Holy moly. I'm sorry, look at that. No, let me look at it. Turtleback travel. Holy moly. Oh, but I got rid of my stupid... There's another one in the commissary. Okay. So what I can do right now, after giving some thought, I decided I'm going to continue helping you. I also just had a small chat with the probate lawyer. I feel like I should be reading these in a specific order. So we got this one first from Dad. Later, alligator. We had Arch Aries. Simon, my name is Randolph Moore. I am the lead lab technician at Cinca, and I've worked here at Mount Holly for over a decade. Was thrilled to discover you'd found the humble lab. Yes, we got that. Done. Next up would be this letter. Hey Simon, it's Randolph again. My last letter I mentioned the terminal network, but it completely slipped my mind to give you the network password so that you can log into it. Even with all the off-site connections disabled, you should still be able to use the local network to access different house-based functions from any terminal, regardless of where it's located on the estate, which you'll likely find very useful. Network is Swansong. Happy hunting, Randolph. So nice of you. Thank you. Can't look at the... That one is that one, so... 9 up, 3 up. Simon, not sure if you paid too much attention to the machine in the booth in the lab. Oh, we knew this already, but I figured I could save you some frustration if you've been fooling with it. This contraption and central control for power lines. I'm taking a picture of this stamp, by the way. Yep. Contraption and central control for the power lines that run externally from the house. In the past, we've served as an emergency power source for the local community as we have modest hydroelectric capabilities with a steam turbine. If you want to use it, you'll need to first turn on the turbine in the boiler room and utilize our steam ducts to connect the turbine to the lab. This isn't required, of course. I can't think of any reason in which you'd have to use the boiler to reach room 46, but feel free to play around with it should you feel inclined to experiment. Randolph. Simon, in case it's useful to you, here's a rough diagram of the steam duct system. Due to the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we ended up building the duct system to be quite flexible, and if you look along the ceiling in many rooms, you'll find many of them have been outfitted with steam ducts. As long as you align these rooms together in an uninterrupted string, power can be transferred from room to room. Even the boiler room and its intended destination are on opposite sides of the house. Yep, oh wait. Garage can get powered by the boiler room in the same style. Huh. And this one is, yeah, we got more Jai. They are not showing us this one, by the way. Simon, let me know if I'm writing you too much. You've never been too good at gauging where the line of impropriety is, and for all I know, maybe the help I'm offering you with these letters is unwanted. Maybe you are perfectly fine without my help. It's been a bit of a moral quandary for me as I've written these, as I'm fairly certain your uncle didn't want us to assist you on your quest. Still, if it was that important, I have to believe he'd have the foresight to specifically instruct us not to interfere. Nothing ever deterred him from that level of supervision in the past after working alongside him for over a decade. I'd like to at least imagine that we were friends and that I knew him well. In conclusion, I think we would have found the level of help I have offered well within the acceptable range. I haven't spoken too much about him since his departure, and I know you didn't know him that well, but as soon as you're ready, I'm going to have plenty of stories to tell. He was a fearless businessman with the greatest respect for invention. Of all the laboratories I've worked in, I can tell you Mount Holly was a gem, and I'm hoping that we can continue to work once you've taken up the reins. But I won't get ahead of myself. You still have to find the 46th room. Well, joke's on you, Randolph. I already found it. Dear Simon, after giving it some thought, I decided I'm going to continue helping you. I also just had a small chat with the probate lawyer, and he assures me there's nothing in the Baron's instructions that would preclude me from offering you my modest assistance. So let me tell you what I know. About a week before Sinclair died, something rather curious happened. A few lab assistants were called by Mrs. Babbage, the house manager, to remove several floor plans from Sinclair's drafting studio. Typically, all of the unused floor plans are kept there, and I've never heard of them being moved to another location, nor would I presume to guess the reason for such an action. I'm not sure which floor plans were removed or where they were moved to, save one, which I was instructed to remove myself. Assuming it was not moved again after I hit it, you should be able to find it in the observatory, hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope they're in. Weird, I got that. If there was a reason behind the removal of these floor plans from the drafting studio, hopefully this will serve as the first illuminating step towards finding out why. Randolph. And once again, you're giving us the other stamp I don't have. Is that the hourglass? It sure does look like the hourglass. It's not Corica. Maybe it is. I don't know. The most telling one for sure is the turtle. It is the turtle. Okay, that was very worthwhile. I need to see if I can get even more letters. That was great. I need to get downstairs. Before I waste all of this potential that I have for myself, I need to get downstairs. Either that or get a food place, something to help me. I need to go this way though. Then go this way. I'm honestly fine with like drafting a really bad room. These all suck, so redraw. Casino. I could do this and then keys to the bedroom. That would be perfectly fine, probably. Yeah. Key to the bedroom. Gold sink probably would have been better though. I don't know. Nurse's station. Or guest. What would be a better option here? We're completely blocking ourselves out of the top right. This is just gonna give us extra steps. We'll have this over here to just fill in. I'm gonna do the guest bedroom, because I feel like it's gonna be rare for me to like want to run all the way back here. Nice. Get car keys, we get the dinner. So that helps out quite a bit actually. Should be free to explore a little. Last key. Let's try West Wing. They might all be locked. Locked and unfortunate. Okay. So my only hope is to find a dig spot somewhere nearby. I can't buy another magnifying glass. Oh, that's so disappointing. That's so very disappointing. All right, well, an ordinary gem. Someone's not a fan of logic puzzles. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm keeping an eye. Dining room has the candles. Keep an eye out for candles, right? But they don't have the gems on them. These ones have gems, but they're not socketed with gems. These also don't have gems. Can't burn it. I don't have a boiler room, so let's just have dinner. Country stew pie. Dinner served, dinner served. Thanks for a country stew pie. Okay, how do I get out of here? Just right here. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now where do I go? Where do I actually go? Here first. I'm gonna see if I can light these. There are candles over here. Yes. Yes. Tunnel. Always draw a tunnel while drafting in this room. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add tunnel to your drafting pool? Yeah. Tunnel. Scripps and Redford Mining Company. Performance log 621, June 18th, 1918. The complete manifest for all the excavation equipment has been rigorously checked and delivered to the upper branch. After tomorrow, the site will be sealed and all remaining hardware will be packed up and transported to the original access tunnel for long-term storage. It's unclear if they will also seal that tunnel after a crew has left, but I suspect they may want to keep ready access to the gear, especially now that they've begun operations in the East Mine. A month ago, I believed that the discovery of gemstones in that cavern was directly linked to the closure of this site, but now I'm not so sure. The Baron doesn't seem the type to value shiny baubles over history. So, I'm sorry, what did that do for me? Found floor plans. Tunnel. Going under all obstacles, the tunnel pierces through walls and rooms alike. This crudely excavated passage looks to be the work of someone determined to get where they're going, regardless of whether the house's floor plan is accommodating or not. Huh. Always draw tunnel. So you can just keep going, essentially. So you can just tunnel your way all the way to the end if you want to. That's really funny, actually. I really, really like that. I think I just need to find one more floor plan and one more studio add-on. One more studio edition. And then we found everything. Okay, that's not the only light that I wanted and needed. So that's one of them. It is one. That should just stay on, I'm hoping. I really hope. I'm gonna go down here first. Just double check, make sure I don't have lights in here? I can't remember. So rickety. So rickety. I don't think I can get to the other side with this thing of what I actually need to do. Because I know exactly where it goes, and I don't think we have the access to it. Unless I move the cart, the mine cart, which I don't want to do. No candles in here. Okay. I should have made this super sledge. I should have made this super sledgehammer. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Curses! Blast this RNG! Well, at least we can stash this away. Again, we're still gonna go underground real quick. We can stash it. We're not losing it, and that's what's important. That's what's really important. I need to figure out where else I've seen candles that can be lit. I just don't know. I have an idea, though. I bet if I light all the candles in the one room that I'm thinking of, it will actually open up that weird door down there. That's my gut feeling. Oh, I can open more doors, by the way. I can just go through the foundation. I have a key card. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Beep. Okay, so we're not done in the manor, actually. That's cool. Yeah, that sucks. I need to be on that side. Ugh. Blech. Blech. I don't think there's any light that needs to be done. You know what? I've got this weird jackhammer. Let me see what's up with the big old pile of rocks that we saw before. Right here. Ah, dang it. Okay. Fair enough. Just had to check, had to see. Beautiful mountains, beautiful scenery. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now we do not care. We need to go back. I think the crypt itself is probably going to have, obviously that's going to have access to the candles that I want to light, but I feel like the crypt itself will also have some really good thingies for me. It might benefit me to try to get the pool and pump room from these 3 little squares that we have. I have 3 rerolls, so it's not impossible. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Hello? Okay, thank you. Beep, beep. Thank you. Oh no, if I get stuck up here... oh gosh. Oh, paragems. Give me a key, please. Oh, that's probably the best key, actually. And, you know, if this needs a key, I'm gonna use the secret garden key right here. Dang it. That's not the secret garden. I'll take the pantry. Well, I don't think the terrace is going to help us with anything, unfortunately. Hallway. Why they give me garbage? I'll do patio, I guess. I'm thinking maybe I can find some keys in these dig spots. Worthless brick. Is that one more? Come on. I mean, I'll take a bunch of rerolls. That's fine. Last one, all awful. Redraw. Come on, give me something good. These are pretty bad. These are pretty bad. Give me something. This does give me a key though. Give me a shop, some kind of good shop. Reroll. Not good. Reroll. Locksmith is exactly what I was looking for. Boom! Why am I booming? 12 for 3, special key lockpick kit. Do I have a lockpick kit? I do not. 12 for 3. I can do 12 again. 3 is probably plenty for now. Because I got 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Actually. Give me 3 more. Or I can do 10 and 5. Nah, give me 3 more. And I might as well take one more. Just in case. Just in case. Keep an eye out for candles. Oh, I didn't mean to take a step on that. That's unfortunate. All right, do I even have enough in me to make it back up there in the house without needing to put something away? I don't know. I'm in a really rough spot here. This kind of sucks. Kind of stinky. I guess for now, I'm just gonna do what I can. All right, so for tomorrow's day then, I need to check if we can just come down here immediately since that's down below. So 30 steps. Fuses is another big hint for this, for the burning glass. So I want to be able to get the trading post. I don't know if I should check anything over there. I don't think I will need to. Just trying to think of what else I can burn. 29 steps. Code check is right here, unfortunately. It would be 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. So it takes 10 steps to get up there. I guess at this point, I'm gonna check it, just in case I lose it. And check an item, check the burning glass. Yeah. Save it for when we get the crypt or something else. And in the meantime, I guess while I go run up here to the north part of our house, of our manor, I can see if... Can I actually? I don't have any money. Would I be able to buy this? No. Because it says I own it. Dang it, that's annoying. That's so annoying. So as long as I have that created, I cannot use the magnifying glass, which is a very big disappointment, I gotta say. Key. Spare bedroom, I guess. These are all not great options here. Lucky rabbit's foot! Oh my gosh. Secret garden! No. Normal key. You know? What could I possibly get out of this? Is the question. I stashed what I needed to stash, so... What is it gonna take? Secret garden key. These suck. These are crappy items. But I can see if they can be used to make anything else. that could be of interest. Yeah, these are not great rooms. I guess I'll do the lab. Then we'll open up this. Beep beep. Beep beep beep. Rumpus room. Sure, actually. I'll take another little thing from our guy. Please. Thank you. We'd love getting notes from this guy. What's over here? Clock tower. How many tomorrow rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I will start. Oh, clock tower. Yes. That is the perfect last one to roll into. Absolutely. Let's hear from the great Alzara. Sorry, I messed up his name earlier. What do you got for me, buddy? What do you got for me? It's a good way to end the video with this guy.
I am awakened at the sound of the dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Alzara.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future.
Yes, please.
Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone.
That's really interesting. That it has the 5 with the...
Find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past,
I don't think I will.
wondering and waiting,
That's the terminal,
searching
right?
for a shadow that
Or
will
have some
never
variation of
be
it?
cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
Alzara, that was the most mysterious
The following day,
of them all, I will say.
have nothing more to say.
Mr. Alzara, that was the most mysterious things that I've seen you say ever, actually. Huh. Okay, that stays closed, by the way. Curious if there's any cool items up here. Tomorrow rooms. Give me more tomorrow rooms. Ooh, thanks, I guess. All right, can I make it back to the workshop with my current goodies to potentially make one more thing that I just don't know what it is, and we'll figure out what it is? That's what I want to know. I don't think I can. Yeah, it's pretty far away. It's pretty far away. We're done in here. Again, I have no rooms to open, so it's kind of worthless to do that. You flossed your watering can? Whenever you enter this room. I did not read that correctly. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad, actually. Wow. All right. Is there anything else we can make? No, nothing. Okay. All right, that's gonna end the run then. We got the melter in the coat check. We know also, where did he go? Yeah, the armory can definitely have a lighter, which is crazy. None of this can be combined to make anything else. I think the last thing I need to make was the jackhammer or something else. I would like to go back to the library and verify that. I unfortunately don't have any steps. Take my money, Piggy. Take all my money, actually. Yeah, we need the crypt. So that's the big thing. We have it in the code check, so now we just need to draft the crypt. And then we'll be good to go. We'll end it in the pigeon zone. Birdies! All right. Pretty cool, pretty cool. That one felt a lot less polished of an episode of getting some progress, but honestly, getting the stupid workshop is so difficult to do. So I'm glad it's done. I'm glad that's done. It's out of the way. We still have to do it again for the sledgehammer though. And I gotta find the rest of these things to light. So the crypt, or draining the fountain, or what was the other thing? So crypt or fountain drain will get me down to where I need to be. What was I thinking for the other thing? There's something else for sure. I don't remember. I'll remember it as soon as I finish recording though, I know that. But anyway, that's it. 16 items, 124 steps, 9 ranks, 39 total rooms. Armory is a great room. That is a really good room. I think I'm gonna keep on that one for a while. Oh, the other thing is the trading post. Trading post, drainage, crypt. So there's 3 options to use the lighter. So that should be cool. We're gonna start tomorrow with a lot of keys. So that's gonna be really good. We'll have mail at the beginning too. This is great. This is really good. Let's go ahead and save and quit. It's been a fun episode. Hope you all have enjoyed this as much as I enjoy playing through this game. It's been so fun. This is Blueprints. Can't wait to see you all for another episode, hopefully very soon. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Love to hear any thoughts and feelings from you all. If you're not already subscribed, consider doing so and hit that bell notification. That way I know exactly when I'm uploading any new videos. If you'd like to see any more content from me, welcome to follow me on any of my other socials. Always listed in the description down below. Just lost my outro there. But with all that being said, you all are awesome. You all are amazing. And I cannot wait to see you all in the next video. Later. Little figurines. Little wizards. Don't you put your hand in that hole. Don't. Ooh, do I put my hand in the hole? I'm putting my hand in the hole.